Hello, and welcome back to Giselle Eats. Y'all, it's Monday evening, and it's time to put on us some dinner. I hope everyone is doing well and in great spirits. I hope everyone had a great weekend. The weekend was phenomenal. Boombox was phenomenal. Southern, great job, Southern, great job. Jackson, you always do a phenomenal job. Maybe work on a little bit more dynamics, but Jackson, you did an amazing job. But y'all, it's time to start this Monday's dinner, and what we're making today is curry beef, white rice, mustard and turnip greens, and cornbread muffins. Yes, cornbread muffins again. I told you y'all would probably be seeing cornbread muffins with almost every recipe because I love some cornbread, and I'll find any recipe for it to go with, especially during the fall and winter months. But what we have here is chuck roast. And I'm using chuck roast. I really don't like the actual beef stew tips that they make in the store. Or, when you buy the meat and it says stew meat, that's typically like a tenderloin or a sirloin cut up really, really small. And I don't want that because it reminds me of dog food. Once it cooks down, that weird gravy thing that it makes after it's cooked down, I don't like it. So what I typically do is buy 2 chuck roasts, and I cut it myself because I know I'm gonna make big enough tips. Well, on the string it looks like almost like medallions, but they're not that big. They're tip size where once they cook down, they are edible with a fork. You don't have to use a knife. So I usually buy 2 chuck roasts. Now the chuck roast is the part of the cow behind the neck. So head, neck, chuck is right behind. So I'm assuming that would be the shoulder part of the cow. And I feel like it's the most savory, rich, deep, beefy flavors, and it's perfect for curry beef. Now, you don't have to do this because I will say if you buy 2 chuck roasts, they're probably priced between $25.99 and $30 depending on the size. Now, I got these 2 chuck roasts from Harris Teeter because they were on sale. So they were a little cheaper, but I'm talking about the regular price, not the sale price. Is usually $25.99 to $30. But this was on sale for maybe between $16.99 and $21.99, and I thought it was a very good price. So I bought 2 to make sure I have enough and leftovers because I do enjoy a good leftover. So let's get this meat cut up, and we're going to get it seasoning. Now, a lot of the different seasons I'm going to use today, if you want it to taste somewhat, keywords, somewhat authentic, you want to follow this recipe. But you do not have to follow the spicy part. I am going to add a lot of different spices, crushed red pepper, cayenne pepper, because I didn't have any chili powder, and usually when you're making curry you use chili powder. Or you use some type of fresh pepper or something, so you can omit the spicy stuff. But if you want to come close to what they serve at a Jamaican restaurant or Indian restaurant, this recipe is right one notch before being like, oh God, where did you buy this from? It's extremely, extremely good. I'm mixing, I noticed that I need a little bit more oil. And you have to adjust your recipes because sometimes you have more than what you normally make, and sometimes you have less. So I noticed as I'm mixing, I need more oil. I need more oil. And so we're going to add some more oil to make sure that this meat is completely covered and marinated. And then we're going to try to sit it to the side for at least an hour, you know, because we don't have time to let it marinate overnight. Now, I always will recommend marinate your meats overnight. We did it for Saturday's dinner. Excuse me, Saturday's tailgate for the chicken that we made, the mango chicken we made. I wish I would have marinated this on Sunday, but other things happen and you can't get to it. So, if you have time, marinate overnight. If you do not have time, let it sit for at least an hour to the side. Don't put it in the fridge because you want it to stay room temperature because you're getting ready to prepare it. It'll be fine. Cover it, and then we'll get ready to brown it. But these flavors are going to be amazing. I wish you could just smell the flavors from just this alone. It smells amazing. So earthy and so rich. Now I am going to go in with cayenne pepper now because I don't smell enough heat from the meat already. If you don't smell the spice or you don't get a little achoo, achoo, if you don't start sneezing a little bit, the spice level is not quite there. So I want to make sure I keep the heat up a little bit. So I'm going to go in with some cayenne pepper instead of adding more chili flakes. One thing I have learned over the years is always add some type of fresh vegetable to your dishes. You can add carrots here. You can add white onion, green onion, shallots, celery if you want. It's something about the fresh vegetable being added to the meat that helps set the dishes apart. So you don't have to do this all the time, but when you're cooking stuff like this, jerk chicken, your curry chicken or curry beef, add some fresh vegetables to it because it helps the elevation of it. we're going to give this one final mix and get it covered really, really tight, really well to set it to the side. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. I would greatly appreciate it because it'll definitely be more coming. Okay, depending on how much meat you have, get a really, really, really large skillet. This pan is pretty huge. I'm actually probably gonna have to cut this back eye on to keep the heat somewhat level. But we're gonna heat up some olive oil and we're gonna add our meat in piece by piece because we want to brown all sides of it. Watch this meat because it will stick so badly, especially once we get to the point that we're starting to make the sauce for the curry beef. So don't do too many other things. Make sure you keep an eye on it. Don't turn it and stuff because you want to crust the sides of the meat. I didn't wipe all that soap off my wrist, excuse me. But brown the meat, watch it, fluctuate your heat. If you notice it's starting to cook up a little too fast, either cut the eye down and remove the pan off of the eye so we can come down the temperature a little bit, and then put it back on the high and cut the heat up just a little bit. But don't burn your meat because this dish right here will scorch so fast and so easy if you take your eye off of it. I've burned some curry beef before and scorched it, and once that scorched taste get on it, it's kind of hard to get it off. You can almost get it off, but you don't want to go through that process. So this is going to take some time. We are going to sit here for a minute because I kind of almost want you to see how long it's going to take to brown this meat and get it prepared for us to receive our veggies. Now, I didn't show you cutting no veggies because I'm pretty sure y'all tired of seeing me cut vegetables. Y'all know I'm adding some onions to this. Y'all already know that. So I'll show you that part once we get there. But brown the meat slowly. I am on a medium. I'm gonna say about a medium, like medium and a notch up. So a medium and a quarter, not quite medium high, but right in the middle of medium. So if this is 6, I would say a 7.5 above medium. So just add the meat slowly, keep watching it. You'll be okay. Wash up a couple of dishes, maybe sweep up a little bit. Hey, even fix you a drink, because that's what I'm about to do. And I know some of you are beginners and learning how to make some of these intricate things. How do you know when to turn your meat? Well, you can time it, 10 minutes on each side, 15 minutes on each side, or you could just look at the meat and you kind of almost see the blood rise to the top, and then you know that the bottom has fully cooked and the blood is trying to exit out the opposite end. I know that sounds a little graphic, but that's how you know, okay, the other side is probably brown enough, I can turn it now. Once again, do not turn it too soon because you want to try to get, each side pretty brown. Now, I feel like this meat has been stewing long enough. Once again, you don't want to cook it completely at this stage. We just want to get some color on it because we want it to finish off in the sauce, and we want the meat to get tender in the sauce. We don't want it to start getting tender at this stage. This stage is basically for browning, so we're gonna get it turned really good, and then we're gonna add it to a bowl and get it to the side. Now, another reason why I was telling you to make sure not to burn or scorch it now is because all the brown gooey bits that's in the bottom, we're gonna need that to build the sauce and to cook the curry. Yes, you have to cook the curry when you're making curry dishes. You'll understand once you try it cooked and uncooked. It's a completely different taste. I mean, you literally have to cook the curry. Now you see I had to add some water to this. It was starting to not scorch, but kind of stick a little bit, and the water just helps ease it up and release it a little bit. Just add a little bit if you have that problem. I'm glad that happened on camera so you can see. I didn't add a whole lot, maybe a quarter of a cup, just to release it a little bit. Now it's time to cook the curry. So you're gonna probably add, okay, listen. If you have a full bottle of curry, you want to use a quarter of it in the seasoning. Listen to me. A quarter of it in the seasoning for your meat. The rest that's in the bottle, the other 75, you want to pour into the pot or the pan. And you want to add a little bit of the juice. That's another reason why I added water, because I knew I was going to need help cooking the curry. You want to turn the eye down, and you want to cook this curry. It's going to bead up. It's going to paste up. Trust the process. Press and scrape, and maneuver it on the heat and cook this curry. I would say cook this curry for about 20 to 25 minutes. You're going to keep adding the juice slowly, making sure it's real pasty and very like clay mud. You want it to be just like red clay mud, and you're going to keep cooking it and pressing it into the heat. Okay, now we're going to add 2 tablespoons of cornstarch. Now, if you're cooking something smaller, 1 will be just fine, but I'm adding 2 tablespoons of cornstarch into the curry. This is nothing but curry, juice from the meat, and cornstarch. We want to cook all of this together. Get it really, really pasty. Why am I adding the cornstarch now? It's because this is going to help build our gravy or our sauce for the curry dish. So we want to get this cooked together. Yes, it's going to look crazy, and you're just like, how in the world is this going to come together? Trust it. It's going to come together, and it's going to be so delicious, y'all. I mean, so delicious. Keep cooking. Scraping and pressing, make sure it's over the heat. I probably got the heat on a medium high because I really want to cook it. It's kind of almost going to start to change colors and feel like, oh, I think I done burned it, or is it scorched? No, it's not scorched yet. It would be really, really dark, but it's not. We are past red clay mud, and it's starting to turn into soil almost. So you just want to keep cooking this curry You have to cook this curry.
You don't know these streets like we do. You don't know these streets like we do.
Okay, what we have here is one whole bell pepper, one whole shallot, one whole white onion. Now, if you want to use yellow onion or a Vandalia onion, go right ahead. That's your recipe. That's what you want to add. You maybe already have a bag of onions in the house, but usually if I'm cooking, I'm always going to use a white onion. I just like a white onion, and of course, I'm going to add some more spice to it because I like the heat. Now, we're going to coat these vegetables in the paste and get the paste kind of stuck to the vegetables. Why? Because the peppers and the onions are going to release their own natural moisture, and we want to feed off of that. We might have to pour some more juice on it, but we want to feed off of that and get those sweating down really good. So cover them for 5 minutes, check them for 5 minutes, cover them for 5 minutes, check them for 5 minutes until the juices start to release and they start to soften a little bit.
You don't know these streets like we do. You don't know these streets like we do. Pull up on that shit, on that G shit. Pull up on that shit, on that G shit. You don't know these streets like we do. You don't know these streets like we do. Hit you with the heat, hit you with the heat. Hit you with the heat, hit you with the heat.
You see how everything looks dried out and kind of stuck together. The vegetables have wilted a little bit. The pan is starting to get almost sticky or dry or stuck. That's how you know now it's time to add the meat with the rest of the juice. Add the meat in now. Give it one good mix. After we mix it really good and make sure that we're releasing anything from the bottom of the pan, we're going to add some water in, not a whole lot, just maybe a quarter of a cup, and then we're going to start adding in our milk slowly. Now, you can buy coconut milk. I didn't buy no coconut milk. I didn't plan on buying no coconut milk. I said I got a canned milk at home that I'll use. So I'll use my evaporated milk. But to give it that coconut flavor, or what would be the right word? Well, I guess flavor would be, because it's not going to taste like coconut, but I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of sugar to it because it's going to help that milk be sweet like a coconut milk probably would be. And it's going to be just perfect. It's going to taste so good and taste just like you got it from the restaurant.
You don't know these streets like we do. You don't know these streets like we do. You don't know these streets like we do. You don't know these streets like we do.
Now, some of you are probably nervous about, ooh, that's a lot of sugar. But trust me, the amount of spice and savoriness that's in this dish is not going to taste sweet. It's really going to taste like curry beef or curry chicken that you would buy at your favorite takeout Jamaican or Indian restaurant. Add the sugar. If you don't have the coconut milk, add a can of evaporated milk and 2 tablespoons of sugar. Words can't explain what it'll do. Like, it's not gonna explain. So we're gonna taste it, and we're gonna keep checking it until it get to that right desired flavor. This right here is already looking beautiful. This is already looking beautiful. Look at the beautiful colors. Those green peppers, that savory, earthy beef. We're gonna taste that. Mouth watering now. You see the pause? I'm impressed on how velvety the sauce is. It's so velvety and creamy. It's not too thick. It's not too wet. It's that right, perfect consistency. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add the rest of my milk, and I'm probably going to cook it for 10 more minutes. I'm going to probably take a piece of the beef out and taste for the tenderness. I'm going to let it cook for 10 to 15 more minutes on low, really low, because the sugar in the milk will scorch this dish so quickly. Once you turn it down on low and it's cooked, take the whole pan off the eye and sit it on your cutting board or on your dish towel, but don't leave it sitting on the eye because it will scorch. Trust me, it's happened to me many a times. It will completely mess up the dish. Cover it 10 to 15 minutes on low. Let the residual heat bring all the flavors together. Remove the whole pot. If you feel like it needs to go a little longer, put it in the oven. Put it in the oven on 350 because it won't be that direct heat that the eye. This will burn and scorch. That's really important. I don't know what it is about sugar and milk, but it will scorch and burn. So watch it.
You don't know these streets like we do. You don't know these streets like we do.
I am so pleased on the way that this turned out. I'm very, very, very happy. So I'm going to take my own advice. I'm going to give it one final mix. I'm going to cover it for about 10 minutes on low, and I'm removing it because this is so good already. But make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to my channel because we need to move over to this rice. Now, I'm sure all of y'all know how to clean rice. I washed this rice really, really well, and I'm just going to steam it like normal. I followed the directions. But right here, we're going to start on our mustard and turnip greens. Now listen, no, I didn't show y'all me cleaning them because that process would have been long, and it's Monday, and I know y'all don't want to be dealing with me this late at night. It's probably, at this point, it's probably 8:45, but them mustard and turnip greens were so nasty. All those snails and ladybugs and dirt. So no, I ain't take y'all through that process, but we will one day. So to this pot here, I had some bacon grease. I added probably 3 heaping tablespoons of bacon grease and some salt. I'm really plain when it comes to my mustard and turnip greens. I don't add a whole bunch of extra stuff to it. It's really salt, pepper, bacon grease, and a little bit of water, and I'll cook them down. I don't really need a whole lot for my mustard and turnip greens. I like how they just naturally taste.
Let me love you, girl.
gonna cut me up a quarter of a cup of green onion. The green onion helps elevate it, and it adds its level of brightness and freshness to the mustard and turnip greens. So I am going to cut some of those over in it. Sometimes I would skip this process and just cut them up on top of my mustard and turnip greens. I like pickled onions or pickled jalapeno peppers on top of my mustard and turnip greens as well, but I don't have any, so we're gonna just cut these up over in it so we can get ready to have dinner. It's getting late. Now y'all know I'm finna be shady, but here it comes. For my Rachel Ray girls, put your hands up in the chat. In the comment section in the chat, put your hands up. Go get your box of Jiffy. This is when you go get the box of Jiffy and you follow those directions. But for the advanced girls who want to try something different and want a more robust, different flavor, follow this recipe. Now, preheat this oven to 425 degrees. Yes, that's extremely high, but it does something to the cornbread top, keeping the inside extremely moist and the bottom has this beautiful golden brown crunch. Put it at 425, preheat it. We're gonna put those in the oven. They're gonna stay for about 3 to 5 minutes, and then we're gonna turn the heat all the way down to 350 and finish them off. Now, if you're confused about, oh Lord, are they done? You know, do the toothpick test. If it come out clean, they're done. If it come out with some beads or crumbs on it, probably leave it in there for a little bit. Now, if it's only a little bit of beads and crumbs, remove it. Let me tell you why. When you remove it, it's gonna continue to cook, and you don't want it to dry them out. You want to be able to put these in a Tupperware dish and put them in the fridge and heat it up with some coffee. Yes, cornbread and coffee. Well, it's sweet enough that you can have it as a little treat in the morning, and it'll be good to eat for 3 days. It's still moist for 3 days. Great recipe, highly recommend it. baby, here's your plate. Dinner is served and it's time to go to bed. Let's get that stomach good and full, honey. Good and full. Yiki, yiki, yiki. I love y'all. Bye.